Elon Musk's pursuit of truth has placed another politician in hot water as he exposes DeSantis' dark depravity. Musk is set to expose Florida Governor Ron DeSantis after staging an unsuccessful presidential campaign for him in May. What are the allegations against DeSantis? Is this the end of DeSantis' political career? Welcome back to another exciting video. Today's video is about Elon Musk just exposed DeSantis' dark corruption. Before we start the video, please like, subscribe, and press the bell icon. Join us in bringing DeSantis to light. Elon Musk's political zaps are frequently in the news as he electrifies lawmakers with his stinging criticisms and tweets. Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, has landed many politicians in hot water since taking over Twitter in October 2022, from Biden to Kamala Harris. Ron DeSantis, Florida's 46th governor, is the target this time. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis launched his presidential campaign for 2024 in an unusual way, a live Twitter event. Musk is one of the world's most well-known businessmen. The event, however, ran into technical difficulties, with recurring delays and breakdowns delaying its start by about 30 minutes, with spells of stillness and crackling audio. The Twitter Spaces event was briefly interrupted and then resumed. With Musk and others evidently debating the technological issues behind the scenes, Musk argued that the problems were caused by a load on the platform's infrastructure and scaling concerns, especially given his own 140 million user following. The event worked more smoothly the second time around, lasting almost an hour. DeSantis officially launched his candidacy for President of the United States during the event, which software entrepreneur and Republican contributor David Sacks moderated. He expressed concern about the country's current course, criticizing Democratic policies concerning the southern border, crime, public safety, and the expense of living for middle-class families. He highlighted that governance is about results rather than entertainment or brand promotion, citing Florida's accomplishments during his stint as governor. Elon Musk identifies as a free speech absolutist. Musk's viewpoint appears to favor union opposition and an ethos of unrestricted profit generating, ostensibly at the expense of the working class. Furthermore, under Musk's leadership, Twitter has undeniably linked itself with right-wing politics, as evidenced by his apparent support for Turkey's recent crackdown on anti-government comments in the run-up to their elections. DeSantis, on the other hand, does not easily match with libertarian ideas unless libertarianism is defined as supporting policies such as book bans. He is enforcing strict pro-life policies, threatening to separate transgender youth from supportive parents, seeking gender-affirming care, limiting discussions of gender identity and sexual orientation among educators, avoiding acknowledgement of America's racist history, and even targeting cultural icons like Mickey Mouse for opposing his authoritarian policy agenda. Musk's quest for power can be related to his desire to connect himself with the political right, a trait that has defined his approach to business since the beginning. This predisposition is seen in his unwillingness to serve on Twitter's board, instead choosing a hostile takeover, and his antipathy for labor unions. Musk's objective now stretches beyond money and media control. He aspires to wield power in the right wing of American politics. This desire mirrors a common pattern among millionaires, most notably the former president. While Musk has emphasized that he is not officially endorsing any Republican candidate, his support for Republicans cannot be denied. His attention is clearly focused on the most prominent Republican figure of all time, Donald Trump. At the moment, Musk is bent on sending a message to Trump that he can complicate Trump's life if the previous president tries to obstruct Musk in any manner. Let's go on to DeSantis. A catastrophic storm surge caused havoc throughout the Florida coast, inflicting up to 7-foot floods and major damage to houses and downtown districts. Hurricane Idalia caused this devastation, the first big hurricane to reach this section of Florida's Big Bend. Many residents had fled their homes, seeking refuge with family 30 miles inland. They returned to examine the extent of the damage to their properties. Cedar Key, where they live, was one of the most damaged locations, with power outages, a lack of sewer and water supplies, and significant damage to local businesses. It's important to remember that this hurricane hit at the start of the hurricane season. While no fatalities have been reported, property damage has been significant not just in Florida, but also in other states, such as Georgia and South Carolina, where it was reduced to a storm. The cost of repairs and the difficulty of resuming routine following these major weather occurrences has grown excessively expensive. As a result, insurance firms have stopped providing coverage to people looking for new plans. State Farm, for example, has only lately joined the roster of insurers. In Florida, homeowners are losing coverage, and similar tendencies are happening in other areas, such as California, in terms of wildfires. These incidents highlight the growing issue of extreme weather occurrences caused by climate change. Hurricanes, wildfires, and other natural disasters are becoming more common, emphasizing the importance of addressing the climate emergency. While DeSantis was in office, he had little to say to the people of Florida who were affected by the disasters. Former President Trump attacked Florida Governor Ron DeSantis in a lengthy message, which was also uploaded on his social media network, Truth Social, portraying him as an average governor who profited from superb public relations. Trump used Ron DeSanctimonious, a new pejorative term he devised for DeSantis. Trump acknowledged his position as a crucial endorsement during the 2018 Florida gubernatorial primary when DeSantis was campaigning against Adam Putnam for the Republican nomination. Trump said that DeSantis was in a difficult political situation at the time and that his endorsement was critical to DeSantis' primary victory. Trump also chastised DeSantis for his response when asked if he would run for president again in 2024. DeSantis said that he was entirely focused on the governor's campaign and had no plans for the future. Trump was dissatisfied with the response. It was suggested that it lacked class loyalty. Trump slammed Ron DeSantis and his response to the hurricanes on Truth Social. He stated that DeSantis approved an unnecessary 20% hike in Florida electricity costs, calling it the highest in history. Trump said that DeSantis made this choice after accepting a $9.5 million campaign payment from Florida Power and Light and its companies. Trump also suggested that the insurance policy, which he said DeSantis mishandled, be investigated next. He expressed concern about Florida's scenario in light of DeSantis' deteriorating campaign and poll numbers. Trump did, however, make a good point about DeSantis' ties to Florida Power and Light. In 2022, Florida lawmakers passed legislation that resulted in the ouster of J. R. Kelly, who had overseen attempts to prevent utility firms from price gouging Florida people for the previous 12 years. Florida Power Light strongly advocated for Kelly's dismissal, and DeSantis signed the measure, resulting in higher utility costs following Kelly's departure. FPL had already given DeSantis roughly $3 million prior to his re-election campaign. Hustle, Trump's new social networking platform, has started. He's actively developing content there. He has created roughly 50 films, some of which insult Ron DeSantis despite the fact that the hurricane had just made landfall. Trump cited good poll results in his videos and urged that DeSantis drop out of the race due to his dwindling popularity. Some Republicans, notably those at the conservative Journal Town Hall, were irritated by this decision, who pointed out that while DeSantis was busy preparing for the hurricane, Trump was focusing on insulting him without taking into account the hurricane's impact. Furthermore, rather than focusing primarily on political calculations, leaders must emphasize the welfare of the people, particularly during disasters. It was stated that cooperation among politicians, regardless of party affiliation, should be promoted during times of crisis. Elon Musk is ineligible to be elected President of the United States because a presidential candidate must be a natural-born citizen of the United States. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content.